from the Allen Media Worldwide Headquarters Studios high atop Two Turtle Creek Tower. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Greetings, everyone. This is Ryan Trimble, joined today by the great Shawn Williams. Shawn, good day.
Ryan, what's happening, man?
Man, just another great day here in the heart of downtown Dallas, Texas.
Another great day at Allen Media, another busy day at Allen Media, which is why our guest today is so important, because when we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, when we're coming and going, meeting back to back to back to back, it is good to calm down, settle down, and bring a little mindfulness to the situation.
That's right. Very excited to have Dorsey Standish, the Chief Mindfulness Officer from Mastermind Meditation Studios today. Dorsey's going to come in, tell us what the heck meditation is, how to practice it, and I think we're going to try to see if she'll do a little meditation for us, Shawn.
Yeah, that is the part that I'm really excited about. One of our owners, Mary Woodleaf, really has been influenced by mindfulness over the last few years, and she's introduced us as a company here at Allen Media to mindfulness. And so over the last year, we've had an opportunity to practice mindfulness. And I'd say it's been like an extra benefit. It's been like a health benefit almost, like a mental health benefit, because we've had access to mindfulness and some of the best mindfulness teachers and practitioners in the city of Dallas who have led meditations here on site, off site, that we've had a chance to participate in.
Yeah, and it's really cool. I mean, a lot of people probably wouldn't think of Dallas as necessarily a hub of mindfulness, but there seems to be a growing community here, and especially within the corporate ranks, a lot of corporations that are longtime corporations here in Dallas that have their headquarters here in Dallas, and folks moving here from different parts of the country seem to be jumping on the mindfulness train. And I'll tell you what, it's a good idea, Shawn, because I have learned through practicing with Dorsey and the folks at Mastermind that one of the great things that helps me is starting my day with 5 minutes of thoughtful meditation each day, and it helps me be more productive and more thoughtful during my day.
I'm in the same boat. Like a good morning, when I can tell when I'm on point and in the place where I need to be, I'll wake up and I'll do maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes in the morning of meditation, write in my journal, and that also made me think about, I wanted to tell you about a film that I was watching. I know we don't talk about films like we used to.
But you're a film guy.
Yeah, and when it's part of what we're talking about, I try to shoehorn it in. But I was watching The Zen Diaries of Gary Shandling, and I have to admit, I wasn't a huge Gary Shandling fan. I didn't watch his show that much. I remember when he first started popping up on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, but his show on Showtime, The Larry Sanders Show, and It's Gary Shandling Show, I didn't watch those shows on Showtime and HBO. But I didn't realize that he is a practitioner, or was a practitioner of mindfulness. He was a big journaler, and so that was something I could relate to. But I think, in everyday life, there are people that we work with, there are people that we go to school with who are practicing mindfulness. And if I can, speak religiously here for a second, the Bible talks a lot about meditating. And so, we associate meditation so much with Eastern religions, but even those who, are Christian-based religions and faiths, meditation is always something that's part of our faith, but we tend to associate it with other people.
That's right. And I think, one of the negative things is it's gotten a bit of a bad rap for being, this is weird. This is this a weird Buddhism, Zen? Do I have to be a monk to practice this? No, you don't. Everybody can do this, and everybody should be doing this, and because it'll help you live a better life. It'll help you get into the zone, Shawn.
It will. Like, I remember being in the zone back in the Mount Zion versus K104 basketball game, but I will tell you that story off air. But we are very fortunate to have Dorsey Standish here with us today, and so we're going to take a quick break, hear from our sponsor, and we are going to get back to our talk with Dorsey Standish on Deconstructing Dallas. This is Deconstructing Dallas. We'll be right back after the break. Ryan, last week we talked about a viral mixtape that Wendy's had dropped as an example of marketing, and you never know what will go viral when it comes to social media. And one of our clients was involved in a viral video this week, and it related to Walmart.
That's right, Shawn. Mason Ramsey, the bow tie and boot wearing young man that was singing in the light bulb aisle of a Walmart. He was yodeling, and man, I've never heard such great yodeling.
Man, I saw this on, I think, Instagram first. And if you read the comments that are behind these videos, it's crazy because everybody's like, man, I'm not a country music fan, but I cannot stop listening to this kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's outstanding stuff. So thank you, Mason, for choosing to yodel in one of our great Walmart stores. And right now, you all can enjoy even more Walmart greatness with the promo code WOWFRESH. WOWFRESH, WOWFRESH. That code will get you $10 off your first order of online grocery pickup now at all of our participating Walmart stores that have online grocery pickup available. Again, the code is WOWFRESH. It'll make you say, wow, fresh. So try it today, online grocery pickup at Walmart, and it'll make you yodel all the way home.
We are back. This is Shawn Williams, Deconstructing Dallas, and we wanted to jump right into our conversation with our guest this week to talk mindfulness with Chief Mindfulness Officer of Mastermind, and our guest is Dorsey Standish. Dorsey, thanks for visiting with us today.
Thanks for having me, Shawn and Ryan.
Dorsey, this is really an exciting concept. Can you dumb it down to Neanderthal male Ryan Trimble level and explain to me just what mindfulness is?
Yeah. So mindfulness is paying attention to the present moment on purpose and without judgment. And in today's world, we live with a ton of distractions all the time. And more often than not, we're thinking about the past or we're thinking ahead to the future. And mindfulness affirms that there is a peace that can be found, a peace and a focus that can be found in this present moment. And by training our brains to be here, to be more present, we're able to more fully engage in our personal lives, our work lives, and live a happier, more fulfilled life.
You know, you speak so clearly about mindfulness as you see it and as you talk about it. And I remember the first time, and we can talk about the Mastermind studio where we have a chance to practice mindfulness here in the office, but it just seems like you were kind of made for this. I mean, it seems like being the chief mindfulness officer would come second nature, but I've found that this hasn't always been your life. So how did you find mindfulness? How did you begin to practice? And even what were you doing before you started here with Mastermind?
Thanks, Shawn. Yeah. It's such an honor to be teaching what I love, to be teaching my passion for mindfulness. But like you said, I did not come in, I haven't been, a little Zen baby. I haven't been, spent time up on a mountaintop meditating in lotus position.
Seems
for
like
years.
You were born to the Zen. maybe not. Okay.
I am actually a type A mechanical engineer. So My background is in science, and what's so cool about teaching mindfulness is that we base all of our teachings on brain health. So my two passions are really wellness and science, and I get to bring a combination of them to the students of Mastermind. I really got into mindfulness through the practice of yoga. You can think of yoga as like a moving meditation, a moving mindfulness. And after 7 years of yoga, I was finally chill enough to sit still and practice a few minutes of meditation. And, I got started just like anyone. I started out with 1 or 2 minute meditations in the morning before work. I read some books about it, and I started teaching free yoga classes and free mindfulness classes at Texas Instruments, where I worked. And there was something so rewarding about bringing these practices of really common sense to working people who needed it so much. Even the definition of mindfulness, paying attention to the present moment on purpose without judgment, it seems so simple, but we don't do it. It's really hard to actually put into practice. So I'm excited to bring to you later this episode an example of a 2-minute meditation that you could do, and an acronym to help you remember to come back to the present moment when you feel that you're overwhelmed or stressed.
Well, I need that for sure. That's great. That's exciting. I'll look forward to that. You had mentioned your background in, as a mechanical engineer, and we've got a lot of companies, Fortune 500 companies here in the DFW metro area, and more moving here. Seems like every month there's somebody new coming here. So are you seeing any trends in mindfulness as it pertains to the corporate world? Are people practicing mindfulness? Are companies offering that to their employees? What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, that's a great question, Ryan. We definitely are seeing a lot of corporations come into Dallas, and I don't think a lot of people would think, oh, Dallas has a great mindfulness scene. But, Mastermind is bringing brain health, bringing mindfulness to Dallas, and we're getting more and more corporate inquiries. People are wanting... I talked to a company last week who has massages on site for their employees. And they're like, we really want to add in meditation to have that full wellness component. And so this idea of brain health is new, but companies are getting excited about the idea that they can help their employees not just be physically well, but also mentally. And we collaborate with centers like the Center for Brain Health from UT Dallas and their Brain Performance Institute to merge kind of that scientific brain health with the experiential practice of mindfulness.
Because in today's business world, it feels like it's get more done. Of course, not here just at Alameda, but in general, it's get more done. How can you multitask? How many things can you get done? Can you be on your computer while you're on vacation at night?
Maximize your time.
It doesn't seem like today's business world is built for mindfulness. And so what are these companies like Google and Intel and Target? What is making them change directions? Because from the things that I've read, multitasking is not being focused. You're not as able to get your task done when you are trying to multitask. However, we seem to really value people in the business world who can at least seem to do those things.
Yeah, the myth of multitasking. And I think we're at this crucial juncture. You guys talk about what we typically see in corporations, how people want to get a lot out of their employees. And that is about to be challenged, kind of that way of thinking. People like, Google have started to conduct research on their employees. So an interesting example was Google looked at the 7 most common traits of their highest performers at work, and all of those traits were soft skills. So these big companies like Google and Apple that are starting to incorporate mindfulness and emotional intelligence training into their employee offerings are seeing it as an asset to them as a company, because you can if you place emphasis on multitasking, on getting things done, you might get more out of that employee that day.
Right.
But are they going to be committed to you in the long term? Are you invested in their social emotional well-being? And companies like Google and Apple are finding that these mindfulness and emotional intelligence trainings allow their employees to have like a better rounded work-life experience and be more creative. And, the word productive, the word efficient, it's almost like we want to create more widgets. But what do we really want to create? I like the word effective. Like, it's not so much about how many things you can produce, it's can you produce the right things.
Right.
Sometimes when you take 5 minutes in the morning to like just be still and silent, then you go into the day with a sense of purpose, a sense of wanting to create the right things instead of just responding to whatever comes up in front of you.
Yeah, looking back, and I had a chance